The first method to find the angle between two vectors I consider to be very geometric. So we needed to draw the vectors first, and we needed to figure out how the angles looked so that we could subtract the two angles. The second method is much more algebraic. For those of us who like formulas and plugging into formulas, this is the method for you. It requires you to use a very simple trigonometric formula. That trigonometric formula is that something we're going to call the dot product. We're going to learn how to do that. The dot product is equal to the magnitude of a vector, magnitude 1, times magnitude 2, times the cosine of the angle between them. That is, so the cosine of theta, which is what we're looking for. Well, in this case, we don't know theta. So we'd have to solve for theta. So again, since we're talking about algebra, the cosine of theta, if we solve for that, would be cosine of theta would equal the dot product divided by magnitude 1 times magnitude 2. And theta, therefore, would equal the cosine inverse of the dot product divided by the product of the magnitudes. So now we have a formula to find the angle between two vectors. Well, in order to do that, we have to figure out these parts. So let's figure out the parts. So let's go in purple. The dot product is very simple. To find the dot product of two vectors, you multiply the x's, so it's 5 times negative 4, and you multiply the y's, negative 6 times negative 11, and you add them. So this is negative 20 plus 66, so the dot product is equal to 46. That is the dot product. The magnitude of the first vector, let me remove some stuff here. I'm going to take that off and that off just because I don't like it. And let's go to red. The magnitude of vector 1, so m1, is equal to the square root of 25, 5 squared, plus 36, which is the square root of 61. Magnitude 2 is equal to the square root of 16, that's 4 squared, plus 121, that is 11 squared, so that's the square root of 137. So, if we then want to find the angle, we plug these numbers into our formula, and so let's go to our calculator. 46 over 61, 137. Okay, so it's going to be cosine inverse of 46 divided by the square root of 61 times 137. And we do that, and we get 59.78 or 79 degrees. And so that is going to equal 59.79 degrees. So it's much more algebraic, but again, it requires you to do the dot product and the magnitudes and plug them into the formula.